There is no other coin that has encapsulated the history of gold in the world like the sovereign. Other gold coins certainly have made their mark in history, but this is one of the longest lasting circulating coins ever made of gold. And we're going to talk about it in this video, and not just the sovereign in general, but a very specific sovereign as we explore. The gold sovereign is beautiful, and it is a coin that you can be had for not a whole lot above spot. And it is a mark of history no matter what year you buy the coin in. In fact, this is a coin that was a pre-bullion version. In other words, these coins are actually minted nowadays as bullion coins. But this is the George V sovereign here, and it is beautiful. They've actually minted these in various mints around the world, from India and all of the Commonwealth nations. Australia has their own, and there's special mint marks to let you know where they were minted. But nonetheless, they are beautiful, and this reverse is the most common reverse that you see for these coins. First struck during Henry VII's reign on October the 28th, 1489. The king ordered the officers of his royal mint to produce a new money of gold. That's just a couple hundred years after the founding of the royal mint, which is one of the oldest mints in the world. Up to that point, gold coins had been in circulation for over 100 years, according to the Royal Mint's website. So the sovereign certainly wasn't the first gold coin to be minted in England. It was, however, the largest and most valuable coin ever seen at that time. On the obverse of the coin was a portrait of Henry VII on his throne, wearing the coronation gown. The royal arms featured on the reverse, with magnificent double rows that symbolized the union of York and Lancaster after the War of the Roses. So it's quite a bit different back then. But then we've seen this large coin was clearly sent out a message of stability and prestige after the turmoil of the wars. Succeeding monarchs all chose to strike new versions of the sovereign themselves, indicating their own power and strength. It wasn't until the reign of James I, crowned King of England and Scotland in 1603, that the practice officially died out. But then it returned. After Napoleon was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, the authorities carried out a review of the nation's coinage. At first, it was intended to reintroduce the 21-shilling guinea, but it was found that a very general wish prevails among the public in favor of a coinage of gold pieces of the value of 20 shillings and 10 shillings, in preferences to guineas, half guineas, and 7-shilling pieces. Hence, a new 20-shilling coin was born and given the old name of sovereign. The new coin of 1817 was almost half the weight and diameter of the original sovereign, but it was equally as beautiful. The reverse featured an image of St. George and the dragon, much like what you see here. And that had been designed by one of the most celebrated gem engravers of the world, Benedetto Pistrucci. In 1825, just 100 years before this sovereign was minted, the image of St. George was replaced with a more conventional image of the royal coat of arms. We'll get to that in a moment because it's quite intriguing. After people criticized the poor state of the coin design, the St. George design was reinstated during Queen Victoria's reign. From 1871 onwards, the saint and the dragon appeared on the reverse alongside a shield design, both of which bore an image of the young Queen Victoria on the obverse. And there has been other reverses on these. In fact, if we go through history, we can see various different types of the coats of arms. And we've seen various images take place on that. And it's kind of remarkable to see how it's transcended over time. Starting in the modern age, after the bullion age, which these became bullion coins, essentially reverted to that. And from a trade coin from 1914 to 1979 to a bullion coin. starting in 1971, bullion and collector coins. Since then, they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 obverses under the Elizabethan II reign. That brings us to the modern sovereign coin with the last of the royal arms here for Queen Elizabeth II's reign. There it is, a beautiful and stunning coin indeed. And this was sent to me by Gold Investments out of the United Kingdom for review. And they have great prices on their coins. And they mostly deal in gold coins, quite a great variety of sovereigns. But I chose this one because of the history behind it. It was the last gold coin of the Elizabethan reign before she passed away. And this coin is quite remarkable, quite stunning beauty indeed as an uncirculated bullion coin. Here, the sovereign indeed, we know it quite well, is specifications of a coin in general there, is quite remarkable. It is 22 millimeters in diameter. It has a thickness of 1.2 millimeters. It has a reeded edge there, or milled edge, as some would call it. And it is 9.917 gold, 0.083 copper. That's why you get that reddish hue on these coins. It has 0.2354 troy ounces of gold. And since they started minting these in 1817 to present, this coin is especially special. Why? Because there is no equivalent to it that I've been able to find in 1952, the first year of Queen Elizabeth's reign and before her coronation. But they didn't start minting these with Queen Elizabeth's head on them until 1957, I believe. And so there is no really a coin that sets her apart like there was for King Charles. In fact, King Charles in 2022 had a memorial royal arms, which much more elaborate design. I like this version better. And this royal arms commemorates her platinum year jubilee, her platinum jubilee. That's what this represents here in this sovereign. So it's one of the rare instances and the last time and such a piece was created for the Queen. The last gold coin with the Queen on it with this design. An amazing representation and a spectacular specimen that the people at Gold Investments send to me. And indeed, and they're a great company. And if you live in the United Kingdom, you should really consider Gold Investments. They indeed are a company that has been around for quite a number of years. In fact, since 1981. And they are located in the City of London, right behind the Bank of, or very close to the Bank of England, which is pretty remarkable indeed. They have a great history and a great reputation. So if you're looking for a bullion dealer in the United Kingdom, and there's not quite as many of them, you might want to consider Gold Investments. But even for those of you around the world, you might consider checking out Gold Investments. I'm going to put a link down in the description below to their website. They have a great selection of gold coins and bars, but they also sell silver as well. And they have various different categories, and you can read more about what they're about. They're a family-owned business and quite remarkable. And they have a lot of different options for vaulting as well as selling gold to be shipped directly to you. And they have a great example of these different coins, different varieties of sovereigns, Krugerrands, Eagles, Britannias, and the like, and as well as various different sizes, including some very large gold bars, by the way. In fact, they have gold bars that go up to 1 kilogram in size and all the way down to 100 gram, 50 gram, and even down to 20 gram and less. So quite a variety to pretty much match anybody's budget for whatever kind of gold that you're looking for. But I like that it's steeped in history. Even the company itself, is steeped in history with over 45 years in the gold bullion business. So as a family business, they are quite experienced. If you ever need advice or need to reach out to them, you can always contact them. But remarkable. I think it's quite fitting to review this coin in association with gold investments because of the connection they have with that history. And this is indeed an historic coin, and one that I have been eyeing actually for quite some time. So I'm glad that appreciate Gold Investments to sending it to me for the collection and an incredible historic meaning behind this piece. We're never going to see another monarch in the United Kingdom through the span of all the Commonwealth nations like Queen Elizabeth, who literally is on a wider variety of coins than any other figure in world history, likely to be unmatched by anybody else, especially considering the digital age from which we live and the fact that the Commonwealth nations, a family of nations, is shrinking. And it has shrunken a lot in the last decade or so. And like, for instance, Fiji no longer has, in Niue, I don't think, has the Queen on their coats of arms, and we've seen a lot of bullion coins, especially there, with Queen Elizabeth's image on them in the past. So this coin is quite special. The sovereign in general is a beautiful coin and is quite historic in general. So if you want low premium bullion coins and you want to save on buying from Gold Investments, enter the code SALIVATE down below. The code SALIVATE will give you a 0.5% off of your purchase. And for gold, that's pretty good, I would say, especially if you're buying a lot of gold. So there you have it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video and this overview of this sovereign. And thanks again to Gold Investments for sending this to me for review. Check out Gold Investments. Check the link in the description below. If you found this video informative, insightful, and educational, I want to encourage you to please rate and share this video, comment, and subscribe.